Okay. Lieutenant, I'll have you start by saying, look and talk to me.
Yeah.
Spell your first and last
Sure.
name, include your title with UHB.
Sure. So my first name is Chamberlain. It's Chamberlin. My last name is Neff, Neff, Lieutenant with Highway Patrol.
Okay, tell us what happened here on I-80 behind us.
Yeah, so this evening we've actually had some crashes that were further west near Saltaire that caused a lot of congested traffic on westbound I-80. About 7:40 this evening, troopers received a 911 call that there was an active vehicle fire near 7200 West. When troopers actually arrived on scene, they located a deceased male that witness had actually pulled from the burning car. That deceased male is a 47-year-old that's from Tooele, and we've also transported someone to a local area hospital in critical condition with a broken pelvis, is my understanding.
So one deceased male, the second victim, do we know where each of those victims were at the time of the crash, which vehicle?
Sure, so we're still in the preliminary stages of investigating exactly what happened. But based off of some witness statements as well as some reconstruction that we've initially done down on scene, is there is a 5-car crash. Two cars are actually that caught on fire. One of those cars impacted, it was a pickup truck. Sorry, let me say that again. So there was a Ford pickup truck that rear-ended a white passenger car. That initial impact caused both of those cars to catch on fire. And that initial impact also pushed into 3 other cars that were in front of those other vehicles as well.
So just 2 vehicles that caught fire in this chain reaction crash?
Correct.
So the 3 other vehicles, no injuries in those those collisions?
Correct. So the 3 others that were in those vehicles that did not catch on fire have been cleared by medical personnel and have been already taken home by loved ones.
And it appears this started because of a rear-end collision?
Correct.
Okay. There's still a lot of wreckage on the highway. When do you anticipate this clearing? Because we're still diverting traffic.
We are still diverting traffic off of 7200 West on the westbound off-ramp, where everything west on I-80 is open, so they can continue west towards Tooele, Grantsville, the Tooele Valley. But right now we anticipate another 2 hours for this closure to remain in place while we reconstruct and investigate this crash.
Initially, there were reports there was the fire had spread into nearby brush. Was that contained fairly quickly?
So fire personnel were on scene, were able to control the fire, not only with the vehicles, but there was some brush that did catch on fire.
Are you saying then the congestion that was already there in some way contributed to the crash? Or?
So the congestion slowed traffic enough where it did cause the rear end crash, is what we're initially thinking.
Was this just a case, do you think, of any distraction on the part of the driver that caused the rear end, or impairment or anything?
So distraction, impairment are all things that we're investigating, and we're having a discussion right now with the person that actually got transported to the hospital, as well as some other witnesses.
And then to be clear, the person that caused the rear end crash, is that the one who died, or is that the one that went to the hospital?
So right now it appears that the 47-year-old male that did die was part of the vehicle that actually was initially impacted from behind and caught on fire.
So the one that was hit?
The one that was hit.
So the driver that rear-ended them was transported in serious condition, and the driver that was initially hit died?
Yes.
Okay.
This has really snarled traffic for a couple hours?
It's been going for several hours. While it is inconvenient, it's definitely a necessity for us to be able to conduct a thorough death investigation. And while we conduct the investigation, we estimate for another 2 hours.
You said 7:40. I know it's 7:58 right now. Did you mean 6:40 that this came in?
I meant 5:40. 5:40. Yes, thank you. Yeah, 5:40.
So 5:40. This initially.
Yes.
The rear ending happened in the car's car.
Yes, 17:40 hours. Sorry. Yes.
Who is all assisting?
So right now, obviously, Highway Patrol is the main investigating agency regarding this. We did have Salt Lake City Fire Department out here, as well as Gold Cross. We have the medical examiner's office that's out here. UDOT is out here to investigate the damage that's caused to the roadway, as well as the cable barrier and potentially some fire damage to the road. So those are the agencies that are out here right now.
Maybe just a PSA about awareness. What can someone do to try and prevent this happening? Or just talk about being aware on the road.
Yeah, so your main focus as you drive should be what's in front of you, what hazards are in front of you, what cars are doing in front of you, and always driving offensively and ensuring that defensively and ensuring that you're safe on the road. And that message is always going to be said by law enforcement to ensure your safety as we drive on the road.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks guys. Yeah, thanks for the correction on the time.
No, you said 7:40, and I was like, I'm pretty sure you meant 6:40.
Yeah.
Actually, you meant 5:40.
It is. I thought about that. I was like, no, that